Hey, what's up, guys? Scavenger Reviews here. I I'm poor. No way around it. No point sugarcoating. Nothing that. I just am. So growing up, I never had a lot of money, and that's okay. I mean, look at all like the rich kids who are like kids of celebrities and stuff, and like hate their lives. So clearly, I'm not doing that bad. You know. But I don't know. I just don't have a lot of money. I've always like growing up ranged from like lower middle class to you know middle class, depending on how successful we were at the time. And I really don't mind it that much. I might not have like all the same experiences or even as much experiences as like rich kids. Like I've never been to like one of the big theme parks. Like I've been to the fair, but I've never been to Disney. I've never been to Orlando Studios or Universal or anything like that. The only one I really want to go to would be Universal. That one does look really cool. Okay, bitch. Anyways, but I don't know. I'm just sitting here, laying in my tub. I do have shorts on, don't worry. But that's what I'm doing right now because I'm hot. Because it is like 80 degrees, I think. And I don't have anything except for a single fan. And it's just one of those oscillating ones that. And to give it credit, it's working its butt off, but it ain't enough. So I drew myself a cold bath. I mean, it's not like freezing cold. I'm not here like ice bathing like the athletes do. But just cold. Like little, quite a few degrees below lukewarm. Which, fun fact, actually, if you didn't know, the fairly like normal temperature of the inside of a tauntaun is lukewarm. It's a knee slapper. Anyways, though, I'm poor. I did. I had to pull out of my freaking. Technically, it's not my savings, but it was my money from the gas bill, and I had to pull out of that just to go get something to eat tonight. And it's like I get paid bi-weekly, and I do not make a lot of money. Well, technically, I do. I make like 16 an hour. To get like real personal. I don't really care if people know. I make like 16 an hour. So if I just worked more, I'd be making bank. No problem, no problem. The problem is, okay. The problem is that my work is really stingy about hours, and they don't always want to give me, the same amount of hours. So I literally work from anywhere from like 40 hours to 28 hours. Like whoa, that's a pretty big difference. So my paycheck will differ like $100. If not more, like maybe like 150 from paycheck to paycheck, just considering on like the week. And again, bi-weekly payments are a bitch. That's really the biggest complaint I have about my job is like I love my job, but bi-weekly payments. You know, we eating good week one, week two we taking cold baths. But I just want to say like no matter where you come from, no matter your background or how much money you got, enjoyment of life is all that matters. As long as that fuck ass fly. So like I mentioned, it's like really hot in my house. It's really hot outside, and all I got is a fan. So I made the cardinal sin of opening my door on a nice summer day. And I don't have one of those mesh nets to keep like flies out, which those are great. I love those. The inventor of those definitely needs to get their ass ate respectfully. But here comes this big ass fly, and it's huge too. Like it is like like about that big. It's like pretty big. And it just keeps flying around. Just I don't know, bugging me. But I don't mind being poor, really. Like I said, I can't do as much as everybody else does, but I like to just enjoy my life, I mean, I do enough, My only complaint is more like where I live. There's just not much to do around. But then again, like I said, I don't have a lot of money, so maybe it's a good thing. Oh, there's my cat. Hello. Anyways, though, but what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, maybe if there was a lot of stuff to do, then I'd be all sad and be like, I can't ever go and do this thing at that place because I don't have the money. So maybe it's a good thing. Blessing in disguise, silver lining, yada yada. But I don't know. I don't necessarily think it's bad, and even as a kid, like what's the word? Oblivious, kid, quote unquote. I was aware of just how much my mom was trying, and how much she was sacrificing of her, happiness to, help my happiness and my siblings too, obviously. But fuck those guys. Not really, not really. I don't know though. See, I wanted. This is gonna sound super oh yeah, sure, bud. What's the meme where it's okay, okay, that meme. But I always got all these, really deep intellectual thoughts to say and stuff like that throughout the day. Or all these points to make about a certain video or something. And then, what do you know? I sit down to make a video, or stand sometimes, but whatever. And gone. Just all the thoughts I had in my head. No thoughts, head empty, just, I don't know, man. I guess it's a bit of a shorter one, I'm just chilling in the tub, cold water. Feels good. Yeah, go ahead and comment, subscribe, if anybody wants to buy my bathwater. Anyways, I always gotta make it awkward, I always gotta make some weird joke, But, nah. For real though, comment, subscribe, let me know. Drop your financial status in the comment below, whatever you're going through, man, Alright, I've been Scavenger. Catch you guys on the next one. Yeah, peace.